we've got the best tunes on Dispatch, iACADEMY's first and only music-centric podcast. Original renditions of your favorite songs, reviews, and then some, all under one roof. You're tuned in to the Music Lowdown with Xavier and Boaz, powered by iACADEMY.
We're kicking it into high gear once more for Music Lowdown. You got Boaz here along with my guy.
What is up, guys? It's your boy Xavier back at it again with another episode of the Music Lowdown. What is up, guys? Happy New Year. This is our first episode of 2021. What is up, my guy, Boaz?
I'm excited. I'm pumped. We have another term's worth of episodes. I'm so down.
I'll ask you, man, like, how did your Christmas and New Year go, man? Because like the last time we saw each other, Christmas and New Year hadn't gone by yet. So I'm gonna check up on you, man. Like, how did it go? How did the end of 2020 go for you, man?
You want the meaty answer or the conservative answer, the actual answer?
Okay, bro. Give me the best answer that you can muster, right?
Okay, man. I'm not gonna give you the meaty answer. Give it to you straight. Nothing really happened. It was uneventful. We don't typically put a lot of attention on the celebration aspect, but the important part for the family, what we put more gravity on, is we're all on the roof celebrating it, but not in the way that you would typically expect. It was more of a modest kind of thing.
Okay, I got you, man. I got you. How about New Year, man? Were there like a lot of fireworks in your area?
A lot of fireworks. Yeah, a lot of fireworks for sure. That's the spectacle of New Year, something to behold, something to look forward to. Obviously with the family, although I've never really spent it outside. I don't know, man. I'm more of a shut-in. When it comes to shut-in when it comes to occasions like these. I tend to keep to myself. But that's something I should try out. That really is something I should try out for the succeeding years. Maybe try to be more festive and jovial.
Oh yeah, man.
How about you? What was it like? Because I know that it's always banging in the Arevalo household.
Christmas, very chill. Usually we have a lot of people coming in. We invite a lot of our relatives here to our house, so it's like it's the first time like we had the Christmas just us here in the house. Of course, COVID virus, everyone's still in quarantine. And for New Year on my end, it's also quite quiet and weird because like every year my dad and I go like ape wild on fireworks. We do all these shenanigans with the fireworks. Like what if like you put like a big firecracker under a fountain? How will that go? Will it skyrocket and stuff like that? We're daredevils when it comes to fireworks. I mean, I'm not saying that you should be you shouldn't be concerned for your personal health and safety with fireworks. Of course we do this. We make sure safety first. But like New Year's New Year, fireworks are fireworks. You only do this once a year, so enjoy. We make the most out of it. So yeah, but yeah, since quarantine, we didn't get a chance to buy fireworks because there's no one that put up a stall for fireworks. Of course, use your money for food and whatever you need first over fireworks. Stuff like that. So yeah.
I think you get politically correct points for saying ape wild.
Ape wild, man.
Yeah, you get the PC points for that, for sure. For busting out the term, the nomenclature. That's great, man. That's great. All right, man. So since 2020 is drawn to a close and we have this new year to look forward to, what are some of your predictions, man? Let me pick your brain out. Bro.
Predictions of 2021. Alright, here's what. Like 2021, you can't ever predict what's gonna happen in a year. I'll say that. And 2020 legit proved that to all of us. So
legit.
Month in 2020, stuff happened. Like, World War III almost started. A country almost burned down to ash. and no one like was prepared for that. No one predicted that, and
For sure.
it all culminated with the COVID virus. No one was prepared for that. If people predicted that, if people were ready for that, we would not be in lockdown until now. And
Oh yeah.
that's it. But 2021, it's gonna be. I feel like it's gonna be better than 2020 because now vaccines are in development. They're starting to get rolled out. In who knows, like in a few months' time, that we can walk around outside without needing to wear face masks, face shields, having alcohol in your pocket, all of that. And for me, like I speak. I'm sure I speak for everyone. We all hope. I hope that like 2021 is going to be anti 2020. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's gonna be all good stuff from the start. 'Cause-
Yeah.
yeah, man. I mean, you.
Yeah. All we could do now is have a sanguine, auspicious outlook. It's pretty much all we could do for now. Like you said, it's not a foregone conclusion that 2021 will be any better.
Yeah.
All there is to it is having a clean, healthy headspace, moving into the new year, and hoping for the best. I think is one of the better things you could do. One of the more productive things you could do, as opposed to wallowing in a pit of your own self-despair, of your own self-engendered, self-actuated pity.
Yeah, man.
Having to feel sorry for yourself.
I mean, okay, I would say like we already got good news from here at the start of 2021. There are gonna be like a lot of vaccines ordered by the government that are gonna be shipped here already, so that's a good thing. Starting February, there'll be vaccines arriving in country, and hopefully, heck yeah, dude, like hopefully, we get our own shots already of the vaccine, so we can get the hell out, man.
Shots for everybody.
You get a shot, I get a shot, everyone gets a shot.
We taking shots, Brody. We taking shots.
They're good shots, man. The vaccine shots.
Oh, word. Oh, okay. My bad. We got, dude. That's why we gotta ensure that we're always calibrated. Okay, we gotta be on the same page all the time, bro.
Oh man.
I was referring to a different kind of shot. Know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Gotcha, man. Body shots. That's what you're talking about.
Whoa. Okay. Maybe not that crazy, but yeah, you're getting there. You're getting there. For sure. So we are Music Lowdown. At the end of the day, music is at the front and center of what it is we do here, and we're gonna give it to you. Very first performance of 2021. Xavier, what is it, my guy? Remind me. What is it?
All right, I'm gonna remind you, and I'm gonna tell all the listeners, 2021 is a new year. We gotta sauce it up. We gotta start strong. We gotta start it on point, and of course, we're gonna give you the one and only OG classic. And I'm sure everybody knows we are gonna be performing "Dilemma" by Nelly, Rowland. Hey, we gotta give them the sexy sauce. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. That's what they came here for. That's what they came here for. So yeah, our first performance of 2021. Heck yeah, guys. We're going to be back in 3, 2, 1.
Love you and I need you. Love you, oh well I do need you. No matter what I do, all I think about is you. And even when I'm with my boo, always crazy over you. No matter what I do, all I think about is you. And even when I'm with my boo, always crazy over you. I met this chick and she's the finest, move right up for me. And she got the house for me, the finest thing I'll ever see. Oh no, she got a man and a son though. Oh, but that's okay, cause I wait for my cue and listen. Play my position like a shortstop, picking up everything mommy hitting. no time. I plan to make her mine. And that's for sure, cause I've never been the type to break up a happy home. But something about baby girl, I just can't leave alone. Tell me, mom, what's it gonna be? Said you don't know what you mean to me. No matter what I do, all I think about is you. And even when I'm in my boo, always crazy over you. No matter what I do, all I think about is you. And even when I'm in my boo, always crazy over you.
What is up, guys? We are back, and that was our edition of the one and only classic Dilemma. We put on our own smooth, sexy sauce on that song, you know what I'm saying? Boaz, what is up?
Hey man, that was dope.
Yeah.
Each time I get to work with you, it's always something I look forward to in my itinerary. It's fun working with this guy, Xavier Rebelo. Heck of a musician, heck of a producer, just great guy.
Yeah, man, thank you. And I don't know if you guys listening right now notice, like, of course, 2021, we gotta start with something new and even better. And if you notice, like, the audio quality, the production is way, way, way better now for our music. Boaz got a new mic. He's flexing it right now. The way he's speaking. Yeah.
I'm glad I finally have the mic, the condenser mic, and better late than never, I guess. Better late than never.
Yeah, man. Congrats, man. And,
Congrats on the new mic.
Congrats on the new mic. Our pod is gonna, gonna get better with the quality. And this is just the start, man. This is the legit start. So, yeah. What now? Okay, so, bro, like, how are your thoughts, man? So, like, we can't really, like, go into much detail of, like, what 2021 offers, right? So,
for sure.
Since this is Music Lowdown, we give them the lowdown on music, on the media, on the sauce, movies, series, everything. We got you covered. Now, what I want to touch up on is that last episode, that was our year-end episode. We talked about, the best of 2020, right? Top films, top series, top this and top that, right? But what I wanna pick your brains on about is that how about we get into, like, what are your thoughts on, like, or your picks on, like, 2020's underrated material, underrated movie, series, music? Like, what do you think are those good stuff, good films or good things that flew under, like, everybody's radar, but they're worth, checking out?
I recently watched Scare Me. Came out last year, and it unbeknownst to me, it's been living right under my nose this whole time. I'm crucifying myself, really. I'm so critical on myself for not finding it sooner. I was really missing out on Scare Me. Great movie. It stars the girl who plays the Wonder Woman ripoff from The Boys.
Oh, really?
What's her name? Man. Slipped my mind. Hold on, let me pull it up, because why not, right?
Okay.
iACADEMY. There you go. iACADEMY. One half of the acting team for Scare Me, because it was a two-hander of a movie, and I love two-handers. I love movies where it's an intimate setting and it's two characters. It really shows off the actor's range, right?
Yeah.
And she did just that. She capitalized on the situation. I didn't know much about her going in. Didn't know much about her filmography coming into the movie, except for The Boys, of course. But I'm glad to have found it. Yeah, it was one of those serendipitous things.
Okay, 2020. Okay, another underrated one for me. Okay, I would say I don't know if you've watched this, but have you watched, like, yung Vin Diesel's film Bloodshot?
Oh yeah. I did hear about that, but I never watched the full Monty. Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't say, like, it's, like, the best action flick out there, but it's a good, decent action watch if you want to have to watch something, like, on a Sunday night or something like that with the fam, with your friends. One thing that I would say that attributed to Bloodshot not making the rounds in on social media and everywhere would be that the film is actually based on, like, a comic book. Right? And the trailer, it's the first trailer of Bloodshot kind of like depicted the movie as like this like generic stale like B grade action film that like you would just pass up, right? And so last year, I gave it a try, gave it a shot, and
Right.
surprisingly, it was good. It was really good. It's a good action flick. Yeah, you should check it out. It's don't be driven off by the comments and reviews. Like that's the thing for me, man. Like, I don't know if it's with you, but like comments and reviews of movies or series or anything in general, like I don't really listen to them. They just give me a general idea of what I'm gonna expect, but I don't base my conclusion of something on reviews like that.
Yeah, because you have to test out the waters for yourself.
Yeah.
Whatever floats your boat, man. So some things that work for you might not work for others. Man, Cadaver, that Netflix film was so twisted. It was so manic.
That's the foreign one, right?
Yes, the foreign one. It was so manic. It was so twisted. It was crazy in all the right places. I loved it. I loved how deranged the idea was. It's set in a post-apocalyptic world where food is scant and has come few and far between. Everyone's living like hobos off the street, basically. And out of the blue, this one rich family whose house sits in the crest of a mountain invites all of these people into their home, and they stage a play, right? They stage a play for these people, an interactive play, if you will. So something reminiscent of Mystery Manila. Have you been to a breakout or a Mystery Manila room? It's something like that. It's like a live play unfolding right before your very eyes, and you get to interact with it. Although this one has more fatal implications, of course. It is a horror movie after all. So that was fun.
And that's another one on my list. Yeah, I haven't watched it yet, but that's another one on my list. Yeah. Oh man. What else? For me, I'm thinking. I don't know if you've watched this. I'm thinking of His House from Netflix.
Yeah. It's. I first heard about it. It started generating buzz and visibility via Sundance Midnight. Yeah, it was one of the.
Yeah, man. His House. That's a different kind of. This like different kind of horror film. It kind of, how do you say this? It kind of like It's kind of like the vibe of like Jordan Peele's Get Out,
Right.
Like these like newer movies, they kind of like pull off of what Peele did with his first film, right? And with His House, it's the story is like there's an African family that's fleeing from war, and they end up as refugees in the UK, and then they have they're given a house by the government, and then it turns out there's like a spirit, like an evil spirit or like a entity living in that house, and the fam has to like battle that. I mean, it's not as bad as as I say it, as I like did describe it, but it's really unique on how it portrays like like the haunting of that house. And yeah, definite watch for me. And it's not too long, it's a shorter film, but it gets everything done within its runtime. So yeah. What's your next one?
Nomadland from Frances McDormand. I've loved her since Fargo. God knows I've loved her since Fargo. She's such a critically gifted actor, and just hits all those cues, satiates all those cues you typically expect from an A-class caliber actor. She's right up there with the upper echelon actresses, but she seldom ever gets her due, which baffles me completely. She should be getting more press. She should definitely be getting more press for the work that she does. Case in point with 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri, and now with Nomadland. She's great, a criminally underrated actress, and she really pulls not only her weight, but almost the weight of the whole film, seemingly. Each time she dons a character for a motion picture, she just has that kind of quality to her, and she instantly makes all the actors around her better. She has that galvanizing quality to her, both on and off screen. She has that maternal quality to her. I just love Frances McDormand. I love everything she's in.
Okay. Another one for me, underrated. I would say like I don't know if you watched this, but I think this came out like earlier in the early parts of 2020. But this is the horror film, the Gretel and Hansel.
Oh yeah. I have heard about that.
Yeah, it is. The childhood story. Hansel and Gretel, but this time like the film depicts it as the original story. It's not the the happy ending children's story. It's it's the original story. It's dark. It's it's a horror story for children essentially. And it puts like a good spin on the old classic tale that we all know, but we're at least for everybody, we're experiencing the tale how it originally was, and that's really fresh for me.
I don't know if it is, but back in the early 2010s, there was this movie that had some resemblant qualities to the movie you just mentioned.
Is that the action flick? The Hansel and Gretel action flick?
It was called Hansel and Gretel Witch Hunters.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, Hansel and Gretel Witch Hunters. It starred Jeremy Renner.
Yeah.
And the girl he was playing opposite to, I forgot, but she was a badass too.
Yeah.
I love that. And
that's a sequel. That's a sequel already.
Yeah. I hear Gretel and Han. Did I say that right? Gretel and Hansel. I hear that's vastly different. I hear it's radically different from Hansel.
Yeah, it's a horror film. Yeah.
Yeah, different. Yeah.
Heck yeah. Yo, bro, what's up next on your mind?
I think I mentioned this the last time around when we had the last day we played, but might as well say it now because it doesn't get enough visibility anyways. So here goes. Possessor is another that generally flew past people's radars last year and was living under their nose this whole time. But man, it was such a great body horror movie, which we don't see these days anymore because in an age where superhero movies come a dime a dozen, they've come second to none, which isn't such a bad thing. I love a good superhero movie as much as the next person, I'm sure, but there's something about the body horror genre that just fizzled out, especially at the onset of the 2000s. I feel it started to fizzle out, and you see less and less of it. So each time that you do, and a good one at that, it's like seeing a unicorn. And truly is something to look forward to, at least for the fans of the body horror genre, which I am. It's not for everybody. It is for an acquired palate. It's not not one of these universal one size fits all kind of movies. Really takes a person who's had the calluses for that. You have to have had the calluses. You have to have had the mileage. Because some people just don't have the mileage for it. You have the tonnage and the bandwidth to deal with body horror because it gets pretty grotesque. Okay, right on. So you have anything else you wanna say for the underrated movies?
I'd just say my last pick. My last pick would be Russian films, foreign films, specifically Russian films. I don't know if you watch this. I would name drop two. I would name The Blackout and Sputnik.
Okay. The former I haven't seen.
Okay.
The latter I have seen. Sputnik I've seen.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like the Russian alien film. The Russian version of the Alien film.
Oh yeah. Yeah, go ahead, man.
Yeah, definitely. A Blackout, you should check out Blackout as well. That's a sci-fi horror action as well. And it's a long film. Like, I don't know, man. I'll just say this. People should really check out a lot of the material that Russia is putting out, because for their films, they really put a lot of money into it. They have their own like blockbuster projects as well, and I don't know why, but it just flies under everybody's radars, even though like Russia really like markets and promotes their stuff. But yeah, Blackout, you should check out Blackout. That's it's kind of like body snatchers kind of like film. You know, it's like
Right.
they're humans they're aliens that are like mind controlling humans and stuff. It's
Wow.
crazy. Yeah, man.
Wow. Okay. Let's start a movement. 2021. Don't sleep on Russia. 2021.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Actually, no.
Yeah.
Don't sleep on foreign films in general.
Oh yeah. Don't sleep on foreign films in general. I stand corrected.
Yeah, man. Check those out, man. So yeah. Do you got anything else?
That's about the end of my trick bag. But I think we've talked about series this year. A lot of series from last year, rather. Let the record show from last year. Still getting used to the this year, last year transition. I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure everybody could sympathize when it's at the onset of the new year and you're trying to reconcile within yourself whether or not it's still 2020 or 2021.
Yeah.
I always have that, you know. It's a turnover. It's a bit of a turnover phase for me at the moment. But I heard that you want to unravel some of these series for the listeners, man. Get right to it.
Series. Okay, for me, like series. For me, I think a lot of people like get caught up on like the mainstream stuff that come out. That there are a lot of like good series that have good production that fly under everybody else's radars. And I'd say like the first one would be I'd say like Raised by Wolves. Have you seen that one? Are you familiar with that?
Yeah, I'm familiar with that.
Yeah, Raised by Wolves is really cool. It's sci-fi. It's directed and there are episodes that are directed and produced by Ridley Scott himself, the master, the number one Ridley Scott. And when you watch the series, it feels like, you know, something like out of the Alien, you know, the Alien franchise, because it is, you know, Alien was created by Ridley Scott. And Raised by Wolves is very interesting because it tackles, you know, what if like humans are raised by robots, by androids, and then there's these like really like religious zealots that are trying to eradicate you know, android life because they deem that it's not, you know, it's not like faithful to what they believe in. And yeah, Raised by Wolves is a good series you should check out. Everyone should check it out.
Yeah, I'm missing out. This sounds like something right up my stream, right up my alley.
Dude, it's complete, man. If you love like Ridley Scott's films, you'll be at home with this one.
Yeah, you know I do, man, for sure.
And I guess the last series I'll just touch up on would be the Snowpiercer series from Netflix.
Oh yeah, the Snowpiercer series. Is it any good? Is it just as good as the movie is?
Okay, well, I can't say that it's as good as the movie because it is a series, so they tend to build up things at their own pace, right? But I would say that the Snowpiercer Netflix series expands on the lore of the film, you know. Because at least with a series, you're not with a series, you're not constrained by the time limit of like 2 hours in a film, something like that. And yeah, have you checked it out? Have you watched it?
But yeah, man, for just going off of what you say and having known your judgment and having gone off on certain things that you have recommended, I know that it's going to be a blast. I know that it's going to be a blast if you say so. You know, provided that I have your word, I think it's going to be good. It's going to be good, man.
Yeah, man. Check out the Snowpiercer series. It puts like a lot of twists on the original like plot of the film. It's not like a retelling of the film at all.
Yeah. Wasn't it Bong Joon-ho?
Yeah, he's the one who did he's the one that did the film.
Yeah, the Chris Evans iteration.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, it's really cool. What else? I think that's all good for me on the series part. How about you, man?
Yeah. What I want to pivot to now actually is the music, right?
Oh, sure.
What I want to pivot to is the music right now. Some of the ones that I found were criminally underrated was the It Is What It Is album from Thundercat. Yeah. Well, a beast of a bassist and a beast of a musician in general. Yeah, he just the way he just goes off on the bass, and he's the kind of bassist that you just want to give all the creative free reign. Yeah, he knows what he's doing. He's the best when he's improvising. That's totally his strongest suit, and he just lets it fly in this cut in this album. So do check that out when you have the chance. I would mention After Hours, but it's gotten a lot of hype. It's generated a lot of hype anyways. It's generated a lot of traction. So I don't think it fits the barometer that we're using, the metric that we're using. But I just wanted to say it. Such a good album, man. You know.
After Hours is such a good album, and it did not get a nomination, man. I'm just gonna say that.
Yeah, I got snubbed, didn't it?
Yeah, man.
I don't know, man. I don't want to speak too much on the Grammys and how it may or may not be rigged. That's up for the listeners to decide. But you know, you can't deny what's so glaring and so blatant. Yeah, there's no denying that. Let's not get into that too much, though. Third one would have to be "Set My Heart on Fire Immediately" from Perfume Genius. Everyone's raving about Folklore, which people should, right? I'm not trying to dismiss or discount what Taylor Swift has done with Folklore, but if we're talking good folk albums for the year 2020, "Set My Heart on Fire Immediately" takes the cake over Folklore to me. I think if anything, it should be getting just as much press. It should be getting just as that, and maybe even tenfold. Because that's just how great of an album it is. It harkens back memories of the older, like Joe Mitchell and Bob Dylan, those who preceded him. Perfume Genius. What a great guy. Genius in every sense of the word. He truly lives up to his name, right? Fourth one would have to be "Blame It on Baby."
Hey, let's go.
To him, "Blame It on Baby." He blew up. I started noticing Baby, just like anyone else from Blame It on Baby on Baby rather. Baby on Baby. He really did blow up through that, and boy, was I glad that I found him out that fateful day. He's a blessing to the world and to the world of hip hop primarily. Blame It on Baby's, man, he's carrying the hip hop scene on his back, bro. Carrying the hip hop scene on his back, doing so well for himself and collaborating with all these other mainstream artists like Dua Lipa, trying to get the word out. That's great. Man. That's great, man. Imbuing all these songs with his gift of hip hop, you know. And that's a great thing to have. I'm glad for the baby. He's doing so well for himself, and looking forward to more music from him for sure. "Blame It on Baby" is right up there for me. Not necessarily underrated, but what the hell, right? Here's something more underrated though. Parcel's Live Volume 2, which I've run past everybody by now, I guess. I've mentioned it before, I'm pretty sure, but it's so underrated that it deserves and it behooves me to mention it another time on the podcast. One of these times being now. It's just such a great cut from Parcels, and the fact that they did it in one fell swoop, a full 2 hours, almost, give or take, a full 2 hours of music for one take. They did it immaculately. That's something to be proud about. It's quite an achievement in and of itself, you know. Quite an achievement in and of itself, and yeah, man. So now that we got that over with, now that we got 2020 over with, I want to look forward to 2021, Xavier, right? I want to look forward to 2021. Some of the things that we have in the pipeline, some of the things that may or may not come through. It's 2021. We don't know yet. There may be some extenuating circumstances that could prevent these releases from coming out. But as of the recording of this podcast, some of them are slated for a 2021 release, hence them making it to the list. So Xavier, why don't you start it off, man?
Okay. Upcoming 2021 films, right? I'll say this. The movies of 2021 are the movies of 2020.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I know exactly what you mean by that. A lot of movies were delayed and were pushed back to 2021, where when they should have been 2020 movies. You're definitely right. That's such a keen observation. Yeah.
Yes, man. Like, it's really such, like, for me, like, I was really looking forward to a lot of these films, and like the start of 2020, this film gets moved to a later month, like a few months later, and then once you get to that date for that adjusted film release, they move it again, then they move it again, then they move it again. Like especially like, these are like big films, and these are films that I really want to watch. Like, I'll say like the Black Widow film from Marvel, man. Like that one is supposed to come out like May or July, and then it got moved so many times.
Wrong, but doesn't that transpire after Civil War? That takes place after the events of Civil War, right?
Yeah, it's a prequel sequel kind of like situation with that film.
Yeah. It is a prequel sequel kind of situation, and it's so funny how they're releasing it now. Sequentially, it's pretty weird. Chronologically, how we're in the fourth phase supposedly.
Yeah.
But hey, who am I to say that?
I mean, who knows? Marvel always likes to pull off big surprises in their films, so we might see something in this Black Widow film. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, there's a method to their madness for sure.
Like another one, like I was really like looking forward to was the James Bond film, No Time to Die, the last film in Daniel Craig's time as James Bond. And I don't know if you know this, man, but I'm a big James Bond fan. I've watched a lot of like the old school stuff all the way to now, and for me, like I know it's like when it's the last Bond film of a Bond actor, they always go all out with that.
Isn't Ana de Armas the Bond girl for this one?
Yeah.
Ana de Armas is playing the Bond girl, and Rami Malek's playing the villain.
Yes.
Malek's playing the villain. Something to look forward to.
Man.
If the trailer is any indication, looks like a damn good movie.
Yeah. And like, here's the thing I like about these Bond films, right? Give me your thoughts on this. It's like every Bond film is like a standalone film with the same leading guy for like a few years, right? But what I like noticed with like the latter like Daniel Craig like Bond films is that with I believe Spectre, was it did like it kind of like went back on all the previous Bond films under Daniel Craig and interconnected all of them. You know what I'm saying? If you watch the Spectre.
Yeah, there is that sense of interconnectedness with the Craig regime, because all the other ones that preceded him, they sewed it all up after the run, like right after the runtime. So in many ways, it is in and of itself its own thing. But with this one, there is that sense of continuity. You're right.
Yeah. And they're doing that with No Time to Die.
Yeah. I love how Skyfall and Casino Royale.
Yeah.
And I love how they're woven into each other.
Yes.
All those ones. I'm pretty sure I'm missing a lot more. I'm skipping over a lot more, but I don't know these movies off the top of my head. I have seen them all though.
Yeah.
Quantum of Solace.
Yeah, it's Casino Royale, Quantum of Solace, Skyfall ata, and then Spectre already, and then this one, right?
Yeah, my guess is about as good as yours.
Yeah.
They're gonna pull out all the stops for sure. They're gonna spare no expenses. I expected no other way, man. It's Daniel Craig's swan song, so it has to be the best.
Yeah, man. Another one, bro. Give me your thoughts. Quiet Place 2.
Oh yeah. Initially, I thought it was gonna be nipped at the bud, and I thought it wasn't gonna be released at all. But I'm glad that it is getting a 2021 release, right? It is getting a 2021 release. Conceivably. I mean, all this is subject to change, given how erratic the circumstances are. I mean, we are in a pretty unique set of circumstances right now. But assuming that everything does go well and everything does go according to plan, I'd be so stoked to see it, and in a cinema, hopefully, because I remember the movie being a visual experience when I first watched it, the first Quiet Place in the cinema. I remember it being a visual experience just as much as it was a sonic one. It was very much a sonic, an all-encompassing sensory experience, in that it was just as much an optical one, a visual one, as it was a sonic one. I love the sound grading and the sound mastering, and how the slightest vocal nuances, the slightest inflections, the slightest cricket or chirp are paid the closest attention to, because the slightest things could set these monsters off, you know?
Yeah. And that's one thing you have to attribute to John Krasinski as a director, right?
Yeah, that attention to detail.
Quiet Place 1 was like his first outing as a director. Correct me if I'm wrong, but like, yeah, he pulled it off very well. Quiet Place 1. It's not just another generic, horror slasher film. It's it's its own. It's very unique in how it portrays, how deadly sound can be. So yeah.
Yes, for sure.
I can't wait to watch that. I really want to watch the sequel, part 2. What else? Okay, this one, Kingsman, the new Kingsman film.
You mean the prequel?
Yeah, the prequel.
Yeah. That was pretty cool. It was pretty promising. It sucks that Taron Egerton isn't going to be in it, because Taron Egerton is the heart and soul of the franchise, and just not having him there, it's not the same experience. I look forward to seeing Taron in a sharp suit, and we're not going to see that for this one. But that doesn't mean that I'm writing this one off. I think it's still going to be a great experience. It's just, I love Taron Egerton. I love him in the role of Eggsy.
Yeah, Eggsy. Yeah, but that doesn't mean that this Kingsman film is gonna be bad. Like, they have a good cast on it. They got Ralph Fiennes there. They got if I recall, the guy from what's that, from 1917, I think, as well.
Oh yeah, which one? One of the two guys.
Yeah, the guy that didn't die.
Right, the guy that didn't die. You got it.
Yeah, and who else? Aaron Taylor Johnson's gonna be there as well.
Hey, I love him. Yeah,
they got a good cast on this one. So yeah, can't wait for that. Sadly, it's one of those movies that got pushed back nonstop as well. And yeah, another one. Okay, this one, bro. Eternals.
Hey, the Eternals, the one with Angelina Jolie and
yes, man,
Kumail Nanjiani. This is the role that he got bulked up for.
Yeah. Eternals was supposed to be the big Marvel movie of 2020. It was supposed to release like November, December, and I was like really stoked for it, because come on, we're entering like the post Endgame Marvel, where it's gonna be like a brave new setting, and brave new things for Marvel. And the Eternals was supposed to be the film that introduces this new phase. I can't wait for this one. It's star-studded cast. You got good names here, and I want to see how Marvel picks up the whole lore and the whole world, like post Endgame Avengers. So yeah,
you'd think that they'd be a well-run dry at this point, but from what I've been seeing, release-wise and Disney Plus-wise, that couldn't be farther from the truth. They have such fecund and lush ideas. We seem to be only scratching the surface. That's the tip of the iceberg right there. As for some of the movies that I'm looking forward to, you got Nobody. Is that new gun fu movie? It's like a what if scenario. What if John Wick got more domesticated, settled for a more suburban domesticated life, and started to hunker down, settle down? This would be that. I imagine this would be that movie, right? So that's Nobody.
Retirement edition. So
right. That's pretty much all I'll lead on. That's all I'll lead on, because saying more without you guys having seen the trailer first would be a disservice to you guys. So watch the trailer. Man, that was a good trailer. That's how trailers ought to be done. Coming Home to America 2. Another thing I'm looking forward to. It's been way overdue. This sequel's been 2 decades in the making, but I'm glad we're even getting one in the first place. Everyone's gonna come back. Arsenio Hall, Eddie Murphy. Everyone's slated to return, and I hope it's just as funny as the first one. Last Night in Soho is another one. Edgar Wright. Something I was raving about, I'm pretty sure, all those episodes before, but it is slated to release this 2021 finally, after being held back and pushed back. It was supposedly a 2020 film. Also stars Anya Taylor-Joy. I'm glad to see the Anya Taylor-Joy and Edgar Wright pairing. You know?
Yeah.
Director actor pairings are just as exciting as actor pairings. I'm
Yeah.
excited what they're gonna do. French Dispatch, one of the best ensemble movies that will come in 2020. I can tell already. I'm foreseeing it. I haven't seen the movie. I have seen the trailer. We want a cinematic Goliath as big as Wes Craven helms an ensemble piece this big. Only great things are bound to happen for sure. I have such huge expectations for the French Dispatch. Star-studded cast, very loaded lineup, and a good director to steer the ship right. So that's something to look forward to. Another ensemble feature, Death on the Nile, right?
Yeah.
Godot and all those other players and actors. It's gonna be fun. Slated to come out in 2020. One of the ones that I was disappointed to not seeing last year, because I was really looking forward to this. Even at the onset of 2020, I remember looking forward to this movie, but it didn't materialize, obviously. I'm glad it is, though. I'm glad it is set to this year, and hoping to see it at a theater near me sometime soon. Another one would be the Elvis and Bob Dylan biopic. I'm a sucker for biopics, you know, Xavier. And I'd be the first guy to purchase the ticket at opening day. Believe me, you, at first one, because I love when they're doing Bob Dylan, who's a personal hero of mine. I mean, come on, it's a no-brainer. I'm gonna be there opening day for sure.
Yeah, man.
Right on. That about wraps it up for the movie side of things, right? That about wraps it up for the movie side of things. Let's pivot now to the music, right? Some albums that may come out this 2021. What are some of the ones that you're eyeing on?
Well, first foremost, like a few days ago, I think, or like last week, Brockhampton teased that they're doing something new for this year, like a new project. They haven't confirmed it's an album, but knowing, you know, the boys in Brockhampton, they all live together, they all stay together. So what else? Something in the quarantine, you make an album with your homies. So yeah. Brockhampton, can't wait for that. Hopefully they release, you know, another extreme set of songs that really highlights every member of the group. And yeah, the boys are gonna be back for sure. Then I would say SZA. If you recall, last year in 2020, she dropped 2 singles. She dropped Hit Different and Good Old Days, I think. And
SZA's a queen.
SZA is a queen, and it's been like what? The last time she dropped an album was like 2017, 2018. So I guess now is the right time to drop another one. And from the looks of it, you know, she's releasing stuff little by little. So I think it is building up to a new album. So yeah, can't wait for SZA, what she's gonna do. Yes. Another one would be, well, this one's confirmed, but you know, Drake, the man.
Champagne Papi.
Says God, Drake. Drake is gonna be releasing Certified Lover Boy this year. Hopefully, no delays whatsoever. But yeah, last time he dropped an album, it was actually Scorpion in 2018, and you know, I want to see what he brings, what kind of heat he brings this time around, you know. And yeah, Drake is Drake, you know. What else? Travis Scott. I look forward to seeing what he's gonna, you know, drop right now, because like 2018, that was his last album. That was the one with Sicko Mode, Astroworld, yeah. And now I think, you know, I think for me, like in general, like for me with rappers or those in hip hop, like it's like the 2 years is like a good gap in between albums, you know. And you know, Travis Scott is on a roll. He's doing a lot of bangers, one after another. So I can't wait to see something new from him. How about you, bro?
Travis Scott's such a mogul, you know, inking deals with car brands and fast food chains. Inking deals everywhere, left and right. Okay, so let me take some creative liberties with the question.
All right.
I have nothing. I'm not really looking forward to all of the ones that were announced or that were slated to be announced, because I'm not for them. You know, I'm not holding out hope. It might be delayed. So I'm gonna take a a spin on the question and say something like artists that ought to make albums in 2021. How about that? Let's take a spin on it a little bit on the question. I want to do Erykah Badu, please. I want to have an Erykah Badu record in 2021. That's exactly what we need after the hell of a year we just experienced in the form of 2020. I think we owe it to ourselves to listen to some Erykah Badu. She's just, sonically one big hug. The equivalent of one big hug. I feel hugged and I feel warm whenever I listen to Erykah Badu. Such a great musician, and I hope she comes back 2021. Although that doesn't seem to be the case, seeing as that well's run dry and she hasn't been releasing music for quite a while now. But hey, man, it wouldn't be. I guess it wouldn't be out of my depth or out of my elements to still hold out hope. Another one would be Mary J. Blige. Another soul singer that I really want to see do a project this year. Just it's comfort music. It's comfort music, which is exactly what I need after 2020. Exactly what everyone needs, I feel. Something consoling, something warm, something something warm, exactly. And Julian Lodge would be another artist that I'd love to see a release from this year. His guitar skills have just come second to none. I love the maturity in his guitar playing, and I love the way he expresses and articulates himself through guitar. So if you haven't heard Julian Lodge before, I suggest you guys get to it. What a great guitarist! What a versatile guitarist as well. At that, he does a lot of jazz and then some. So do check that out.
Yeah, man.
That's pretty much it, man. That's pretty much it. What I'm setting myself is our closing song. Actually, something I'm super excited about. It's a song from The Weeknd, a song called Reminder. Something we've been meaning to do.
We're going back into The Weeknd's stuff from the Starboy album. And yeah, guys, we're doing something quite different actually. We're not doing something acoustic right now. Isn't that right, bro?
That is right. We're going off the beaten track here, trying something new. And I hope you guys like it as much as we do.
Yes. So thanks for tuning in to Music Lowdown's first episode for 2021. And we'll be back in 3, 2, 1.
Recommend play my song on the radio. You're too busy trying to find blue-eyed soul. I let my black hair grow and my weed smoke. Sweat too much on the regular. Let the mist fly, we gon' let it go. If it ain't XO, then it gotta go. I just wanna do war for a kid show. Talking about a face, now I'm off a back blow. Like, gosh darn, I'm not a teen choice. Gosh darn, I am not a bleach boy. Quick fake, make a brother understand though. Got the Hannibal sounds to the Lambo. Hit the gas so hard, rotate. All these brothers blew up like a propane. All these R&B brothers be so lame. Got this sweet Asian shit, she gon' know me. You know me. She know me. Try to forget who I am. I'll be right there to remind you again. You know me, yeah. You know me.
Said I'm just trying to swim in something wetter than the ocean. Fit it up a double cup, mixing up the potion. All I wanna do is make money and a dope shit. I'm just seeing that brothers trying to sign up on my whole shit. Everybody knows it. All these brothers know me. Planning up a mixtape, sipping on like codeine. To my trophies, roll up to my nosebleed. I'm gonna keep it singing while I'm burning all the OG.
My brothers get it, they make money all alone. Rock a chain on my neck, sure to get it home when I travel. not a slouch. Had a mattress on the floor, and I'm out straight eating all day, trying to lose weight. That good love, and we'll sweat it out. Hotel bed springs, we'll wear it out. Don't gotta tell you, you know me. Yeah. You know me. You know me. Ooh, yeah.
What is up, guys? We are back, and yeah, that was our rendition of "Reminder" by The Weeknd, and I spat some fire on a verse there, and yeah,
I appreciate it.
man. We sauced it up.
Sauced it up, indeed. And hey, we refuse to have it any other way here on Music Lowdown. We give you the sauce. We're never stingy with it. No, if anything, we're very heavy-handed with it. We're not gonna switch up. We're never gonna switch up our approach for you guys. You know, we're always gonna be here. Shoot us a DM at the Music Lowdown Gmail account. That's musiclowdown123@gmail.com. We're always here to listen to you guys, and whatever it may be, podcast related or otherwise. We got you guys covered. Shoot us a DM.
Heck yeah, amen. So yeah, I guess this is it, man. This is our first ever episode for January 2021. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for listening in, getting the lowdown of the stuff that we have to say, all the stuff that we discussed. And yeah, if you guys have any suggestions, just bring us an email down at musiclowdown123@gmail.com. And yeah, anything else, boys, before we end this episode?
Stay in school, kids.
And
Stay in school.
stay in school. 2021, new term. Heck yeah.
Stay home. Stay in school. Stay in quarantine.
Wait for the vaccine. And
Yeah.
all right, this is your boy Savior signing off.
This is your boy Boaz. See you guys.
Bye. Thank you.
We've got the best tunes on Dispatch, iACADEMY's first and only music-centric podcast. Original renditions of your favorite songs, reviews, and then some. All under one roof. You're tuned in to the Music Lowdown with Xavier and Boaz, powered by iACADEMY.